Okay, so we're up again. So yeah, we're still making what is going to be a pretty ratty tatty 372. So for those people that are watching live, welcome. For those people that are not watching live, it's going to be kind of boring. So much more fun. Hang out with us live. All kinds of fun like that. So, let's see if I can bring myself up on the cell phone here. That way I can see. Yeah. Oh, Marshall made it first thing. Very good. Who else is watching? Steve's here. Good. Okay. Gonna pop? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm like halfway through the week and pretty cooked. So, hey Ken, Larry, welcome. You know what I need? I need some head bolts. These are cylinder bolts, not head bolts. I need head bolts. Remember, Ken, this one's for you. It's gonna be so cheap, Ken can't resist. Just not possible. There's no point. Don't resist. You need to have a 372. Hey, Don. Old man Fred. No, I haven't seen him around in a bit. Yeah. These should work. Brandy new. Kind of too new for what this is, but this is okay. Junkyard. You got a snow day in Oklahoma? Awesome. So let's put some Loctite on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're getting that tomorrow, I think. Yeah, we haven't had much this year. Yeah, we've forgotten, clearly. So I am going to use a little bit of 1184 on here. So we're working on a 372. This is just not a Concord level build. This is not something that's built to command a high premium, you know. This is probably built to something that's going to get you up and running, you know. Not saying it's a bad saw, not by a long shot, but it's not intended to command a high dollar. You know, a good running rebuilt 372, $500 is not out of the question. You know, nice mechanical shape, reasonable cosmetics. $500 is kind of where it's at, you know. And by the way, if it's not rebuilt, and these things are getting up there in age, you know. If it's not rebuilt with quality stuff, then the price goes down. The original edition 372s, and this will be an original edition 372. The original edition 372s ended in 2010. So when you're buying a used 372, keep that in mind. Not a gasket delete, no. Not a gasket delete. This is actually a gasketed saw. This is not intended to be highly modified or anything like that. That's not the idea. This is intended to be an incredibly budget 372 build. Hey, Stanley. Yeah, I do. I like the Farmertech cable holders. This part right here, Steve. Yeah, I know. This one happens to be an original part. This is all like still originally attached, but yeah, I do like them. So I've got the piston already in here. We've got this gooped up. Let it tack for a few seconds, you know. And what you do, your OEM piston pin bearing, Meteor piston. This is actually a 371 piston. Okay. Now the trickiest part of the installation is getting the pin clip, the circlip in here. So this is something I suggest you practice if you haven't done it a lot. This is definitely something you don't want to be doing like fresh, you know. There we go. Goop on there, we don't want. The clip, you kind of dive in and bring it around, and sometimes you get lucky. Good. So both clips are in. Caber ring. So budget build, but by no means, you know, something that's a bad build by any long shot, you know. It's just a budget build. So you bring your piston basically to bottom dead center and get your head on there. Where is my Somehow I'm actually low on batteries. Why do people put the cylinder on piston in the cylinder and then struggle with fitting the piston to the conrod? Because then you basically know that you've got the piston installed properly. So you can do it either way, but I've kind of gotten to like this way. Yep, you know, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just this is the way I've been doing it. And you can try it both ways, you know. See how it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with you about it, you know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, do what works for you. So nice and easy. No lube. No lube. What do you mean? Lube. Go on. Don't worry, Steve. We're gonna do lube. I know you're worried. Everybody gets worried. Hang on. Nope. This is not a highway top end. This is an OEM top end. Dry. I know. Everybody gets worried. So here's why I don't put lube to begin with. It's because I don't want to interfere with the 1184. Because I put a little bit on the wrist pin bearing, but we're gonna just coat the whole thing in just a second. The nice thing about this setup here is it's really quite easy to do it. Watch. And all you have to do, you need a little bit of lube, you need a little bit of something just to get things over that initial hump, you know? So now, nice and gentle up and down. There. You can do it internally. The whole thing. You just need something in there. And you want to do it with 2-cycle? Do it with 2-cycle. Again, I'm not going to argue with you about it. You know. You want to get it on the rings? All you got to do is move the piston so that you can see the ring. And then coat the damn thing. You know? There you go. I don't care if you fill it up. Guess what? The excess is gonna burn off. So don't worry about it. Little bit of this is R5, steel R5. It makes a great impulse hose. I don't use R3 for this. I use R5 because R5 is actually rated for impulse hose specifically with you can hear it go into the cylinder. You're good. Hey, Tim. That through. Welcome. Life getting a little easier, Tim? A little better? I know you've had a bit of a rough go of it. Life gets easier, but you know what I mean. That gets pulled through there. I've got plenty of impulse hose. You know, I can use whatever I want. But. Kids. Okay. Mega, the rings are lubed. Believe the rings are lubed. Going through exhaust. Believe me, that ring is lubed. With all the capillary action in there, go on. Done. That's it. Where's Brother Craig? I don't know. Okay. Ken, you want high top or low top? while you're thinking about that. Limiter screw. AV mount. What's best for resale? What, you're going to sell it? You're not going to sell it. You're going to buy this and you're going to keep this and you're going to polish it like every day. You're going to go and just be like, this is a 372. I'm going to take my WD-40 and I'm just going to, that's what you're going to do. Where do I set the... To be honest, I don't. But if you're going to set gap... Where's my gap thing? Here it is. The gap on the NGK BPMR 7As is supposed to be about 20 thousandths. So your gapper here. Here's a brand new one. Let's check and see. That's like 25. It's fine. I can't honestly say I've ever gapped a chainsaw plug because they're supposed to be about 20 thousandths. That's 25. It's not going to matter. Yeah, 25,000 ish. On my car, it's different. Different. The chainsaw, not it's not a turbocharged whatever that you're gonna do once and then this you have access to. You know what I mean? If something doesn't work, you just pull it out and fiddle with it. Grandson and his bride for a birthday. Sounds good. And I'm just gonna put this right here. So Ken, the low top has a little bit of a stealth look. The high top is probably a little more popular. Brake cleaner on the oiler hole here. By the way, if anybody wants to outbid Ken, you're more than welcome. I need oiler bolts. I need to check and make sure the oiler works. Hey, Edwin. That should be turbocharged. No, it's hard carbureting that. Congrats, Maggie, you have a new dad. Cool. Surely Matt's live stream is better. We're just hanging out. You know, this is not even like just hanging out, you know, guys. Some people take stuff way too serious. If I'm using brand new rubber, then I don't do this. I don't think it really matters. But if I'm not using brand new rubber, then it makes sense to get it to tack, you know? Squish. Okay. Now we get a whole other ball game here. Right, we actually proved that this worked last night. So I'm not too worried about the oiler here. Again, just a little bit of, I put a little bit of 1184. Just like that. Rubber here, rubber there. Do one other thing before we're fully gooped here. Those are through hole, so if the bolts are too long, the crate won't spin. What the? Yeah, I can tell the length. They get the red stuff on them. Those are 372 oiler bolts. That was clogged. Not anymore. Okay. Put the oiler down here. One, two. So yeah, not flanged bolts, but they are Loctited. Ah, there is one important thing I'm forgetting. Super important, in fact. I'll show you guys in just a second. Okay. There is a washer that is supposed to go under here. Ooh, right here. Goes around the bushing. You can, but it basically protects the seal. Here's your, there you go, the oiler. That spins nice. Brake band. Clutch. You put the clutch on dry because you want it to fairly well engage, you know. Okay. Sometimes you can actually push this with your thumb and get it down. There's your spring. I need this piece. And this guy. And this is a little tricksy, but you got to fully press in that spring. Good. Now that's down. Now you're going to need to click this over, but you kind of can't do that without the thing. Or whatever. Okay, so all this stuff has to be seated. This part needs to go in basically passive fit. If there's any tension on it, it cracks. And there goes $8. Leonard's here. Hey, wonderful. Is there anybody I haven't given a shout out to? These are short machine bolts, but they are flanged. They're like 10 millimeter long. So So this is just like a regular old 372. This is absolutely nothing special at all about this. Just trying to build it like on a real budget. Hey, Robert. You're always watching? Great. Welcome. I didn't see you come in, James. How you doing? So when you click this back over, and now you can because you got this installed, then you can actually put your drum on. Yeah, that will do. Yeah, and this is like a budget of all budget builds for a 372. But still with an OEM head. And fresh bearings. So now that's clicked over, now you got the room on here to get your drum on. I can find the drum. Not one in there. That's 288. How many 372 drums do I have? Tons. Just a matter of finding them. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I don't have a bearing. There we go. Need a bearing. Is that a pin bearing? Yeah. That's a pin bearing. That's not the right one. How do I add it? Again, that's a pin bearing. The ID is the same as the piston pin, but the OD is different. Man, do I have junk. Oh, wait a minute. There's a part I do want. Actually, might be a couple of parts here I want. I don't even know where I come up with some of this stuff. There's a high top flange. Yeah, okay, got that. Still need a pin bearing. That would work. Missing one. Great. That's the right size. Somehow I'm missing one needle in that darn thing. That's kind of annoying. Too big, too small. Isn't it fun looking in a collection being like, I wonder. That'll work. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. Grease. I know you can hit it with the grease gun too. You know, I might just do that. Grease on there. Click. Good. Put that on, but you need a. Okay. That one's kind of worn out. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that one. 7-pin rim. And now we just need a clip. I'll bet I don't have clips here in my other stash. Yeah, that's fine. There. Clip. My e-clip stash. Here. Thanks for coming in, Boneyard. Appreciate it. Yeah, Bob's here. Hey, Bob. Yeah, that'll work. Gotta go to bed. Things to do. And if I had all of my stuff here, so it would have gone faster, but whatever. Okay. That clip is on. Perfect. Now somewhere around here, I put a whole pile of decomps through the ultrasonic. It'd be nice to figure out where I put them. Won't worry about that right now. So I need a decompression valve, which is no big deal. I just have to find it. I need the AV here. And those are a little trickier to find. Those tend to be elusive or busted. So, need that. Which means I'll have to end up taking a trip out to the shed for that. Hopefully I have one. I've got one on this. See, I've got this one on this head, but this decomp is bent, and I don't like that. Like, even if you could repair that, I'm not gonna. And this AV mount you can see is buggered too. So we're well on our way here. Nice squeeze out. All right, let's do this. The jet here. We're gonna call it. Good. All right. You know what? I think I want to clean this flywheel before it goes in. Got this cool little stainless steel brush that goes on the Dremel, and it really gets inside here nice. So let's stick that on the Dremel. You want to make sure the surface is nice and clean, because it's got to really bind with the crank, you know. It's got to really engage the paper. The noise is for you, Mega. Hey, Pat. Just getting a super budget 372 together here. And just in case anybody's interested, this saw is going to be about $300. So I think that's cheap enough to tempt Ken. A rebuilt 372. You're just not going to get that with an OEM head. Just not going to get that at that kind of money, you know? I know it's past my bedtime. I'm going to bring it back around, do this, and hit it with the torque wrench. I'm not hitting it with the impact to get it tight. That's not the idea. You got to bring it to full torque with the torque wrench. That's that. So Almost there. Almost there. We're going to leave it there for the night. Tight's tight. Any tight is stripped. Hey, Mix. Yeah, it Mix Mars. We're just about to call it a night here. Got a 372. A really rad 372 that I just put together. And this is going to it's going to be so cheap it's going to tempt Ken. At least that's the idea. So $300 for a 372. How do you beat that? And the answer is you don't. You know what I mean? You just can't. No, I'm not staying up. Nope. Just wanted to get... Yes, US dollars. Sorry, Mega. I'm not shipping it across the pond there. It's just not happening. There's a coil. Hopefully that works. That'd be good. Oh, there's a couple of clips right here. Jeez. Whatever. The other night, yeah, but you don't have a 372. That's the thing. That's right. You don't have a 372. And you definitely don't have a Matty O built 372. So, better get the oil cap. Oh yeah, here. Good point. Do that. We don't want any bats in there or something. There. Feel better? Yeah, the 262 is good. This is all kinds of different. You got a 372 original in the box. I think Robin Wood is selling them. I think like 780 shipped. $300. You can't get a 372 that's rebuilt for $300. I don't care, unless it's all Chinese. And this is definitely not all Chinese. OEM head, Meteor piston, caber ring, and even an OEM flywheel, OEM crank. Nice new Natchies, Don't know about the carburetor. I got to figure that out. Gonna have a few aftermarket parts on this. So if anybody else is interested and wants to beat Ken to the punch, you're welcome to let me know. I will call it a night. Thanks so much. This is not going to be an all OEM build. It's OEM where it counts. So and whoever buys this will eventually probably swap out any of the aftermarket stuff for something else. But no, Mega, you can't be tempted. No, it's not going to be an extra carb. I got a 12B sitting over here. I just need to kit it and pray that it's good. Yeah, no bar or chain, Norm. It's just the power head. You can't hardly find a parts saw for that, so I just don't need it. I've got tons of 372s, and I'm just building this to hang out with you guys. John Carey, you have new OEM car. I'm always interested in brand new OEM 12Bs. If you got them, let me know what you're looking to get for them. Shoot me an email. Anyway, Andrew, I've got a 394, the Copsy 394 that I'm building. Ready to rock. Gonna be ready to rock, man. not going to be cheap. And I still have a 394 that's ready to go. Pretty nice. $700 plus shipping. First person to get me cash on that one, you know. Yeah, Junkyard, shoot me an email. I've got tons of used 12B carburetors, but it's always nice to have a couple new ones hanging around, you know. Edwin, how much bar would it run? I had a 32 on my 372 X Torque, but I don't, it's not comfortable there. Ideal is a 24. For this, balance is best. Like a Sujihara 24 would be nice on this. It oils it no problem. Balance and everything 24. If you want a longer bar, reach for something else. Like get a two if you want a 28-inch bar, get a 288. You know, I got one of those I'm building too. So I gotta go. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. We will continue this as soon as possible. Tomorrow's busy, busy, busy. I don't know what if I'm gonna be on or not. Hopefully, worst case Friday. Yeah, 24 all day long, 372. It's a good length. Yep, 24, 372, perfect. The 262 runs a 20, great. Um, you can run a 20 on these with like an 8 pin and really rip, but 24, 372, nice balance. So I'm out. You guys have a great night. Thanks so much, and we'll see you as soon as possible. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye.